It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
So we're gonna Mana Crypt here, which might lead to us playing some more aggressive red threats. Terminal Lilias, that sort of thing. Lorien revealed, Malcolm, Smuggler's Copter, Steam Vents. I'm going to take Steam Vents because we're forcing a color combination. I think it just makes sense to grab it. Malcolm would actually be a sick wheel in this, though. What is Counterburn? It's a blue-red deck that plays counter spells and burn spells. The idea is that it's like kind of satisfying to pass the turn. And if your opponent plays a card that you need to counter, you can counter it. And if they don't, you play a burn spell and kill their thing. Like a sort of draw-go deck. But, unlike draw-go, at a certain point, you just like huck a bunch of burn spells at your opponent's face to kill them. So you can end up a little bit more tempo-y. Which is why something like True-Name might hit the spot. Basically, True-Name, Spell Pierce, or Seedshark could all fit in this archetype. Rampaging Raptor is a good card with Mana Crypt, but it doesn't feel very... it doesn't feel as good with counter spells as Tidebinder does. Tidebinder's still got like a solid body. It's almost a counter spell in and of itself, right? Hit their Stifler, what have you. Hey, Kevin thinks the sub thinks of 46 months. Grim Lavamancer is a classic card in this sort of archetype. Convert your spent counters and burn spells into more burn. And then Remand's an actual counter spell. I'm going to take the Lavamancer, though. I think it just fits. I think it just works. Yeah, not a bad start. So Force Will, Daze, Lightning Bolt, Treasure Cruise. Those are all cards we're looking for. And then, yeah, good mana. Yeah, I haven't seen a Hammer or Bogarden cast in a long time. Serum Visions kind of works. Unholy Heat's reasonable, but it does not go face. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, Expressive is just a little too good to pass, huh? A little too good to pass. I think we have a pretty solid start here. Iconoclast is a pretty good threat for this kind of archetype. And there's Firebolt. And there's classic burn spell. Nice, the Jace wheel. I think Jace is good in this sort of archetype. It is Veil. Emptied Shion, stipped this one. Wow, that's late Preordain. Yeah, I think Show Off is the sort of like... Show Off modern cards. They're kind of like modern, very tempo-y, very explosive. Takes on blue-red. Ideally, we would be doing something a little bit different than that. Ooh, a Seedshark wheel. For example, if you played like a counterspell on the opponent's turn, it's not going to pump your prowess creatures, right? It's not going to fit. Seedshark makes Treasure Cruise look even better. Treasure Dig Through Time. Yeah, most of what we're missing right now is just the counters, huh? We have Tidebinder, which is a pseudo counter. But it's not an actual counter. It'd be nice to get some actual counters up in this. If this was not a stipped draft, I'd be taking fourth here and splashing fourth. Card just wins a lot of games. I'm going to take Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt's pretty good, too. The best burn spell in the cube, huh? Yeah, Force Will might be the literal best card we could get for this. Yeah, I don't love any of these. I'm just grabbing Headliner. Doesn't really fit the archetype, but It's like better enough than Hard Evidence, which might even wheel. Just a fetch here. Fetch for the Steam Vents. Inti's very good. Inti is also like encouraging you to play your cards on your turn. You think so, etc.? I'm not even convinced it was right there. A lot of times when I'm doing stip drafts, I do like what I feel is best for the stip. I'll let that be my tiebreaker pretty easily. Oh, hello, Ragavan. Oh, there's Cryptic Command, though. I don't think you can pass Ragavan, but my god, do I want a Cryptic. So perfect for this strategy. So there's a couple burn creatures here. The closest thing we've had to Counterburn in Modern was a Blue Moon decks, and they play Bone Crusher Giant sometimes. Kind of cool. I think I'm just going to take the Thundering Falls. It'd be so good if that Cryptic wheeled. Perfect sort of deck for that card. Alright. Have I been voting in the KubeCon polls? Not as much as I would like to, Roland of Gan. I voted like twice and missed a Daze. Yeah, we're going to take Daze over Volcanic and worse Volcanic. We have Thundering Falls and Steam Vents. It's like enough. Currently what the deck is missing to be Counterburn is actual counter spells. And Daze is one of the better ones for this deck, I think. One of them free counters. Could be a Dreadhorde deck. Consider is fine too. Or Treachery. Let's take Treachery, actually. You only have so much removal in blue-red, right? Treachery we could play and then like still hold up mana. Young Pyro is not in the cube. I actually wonder if Relic of Sauron makes sense here. We're not doing bad. Not doing bad on our playable count. Couple more counters, couple more burn spells. Oh yeah. A few more draw spells maybe. Yeah, Cryptic didn't wheel. I wasn't like really expecting it to, but I wanted it to. Yeah, I don't actually love Sol Ring or Mox Emerald. Because we don't have very many, our cards are very color hungry, right? Like True-Name, Expressive, like these cards don't help play those cards. And we already have Mana Crypt here. We're going to take the Sol Ring, but like what we'd really want in terms of power is Ancestral Recall or Time Walk. We would easily take those over like these cards or a Black Lotus or something. Then we would take a Black Lotus over these, and we would take an on-color Mox over a Sol Ring. Is my power tiering for this deck. Still happy with the Sol Ring. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. Here's something to do with some colorless mana, huh? An actual counter spell. I kind of like Mastermind. Mind Collapse is a removal spell, but kind of a clunky one. Mastermind's this tempo-y threat that lets us do stuff on the opponent's turn. I think that's what I want. Retrofitter's like infinite gas for grinding. Maybe it's the cube's Cursed Scroll. Maybe it belongs for that reason. Yeah, Retrofitter and Mastermind both use a lot of colorless mana. I think they could both fit this deck really well. Ooh, Tarn, Memory Lapse, and Pyrokinesis. Love all of that. Such a good Tarn. I wish I knew, like I do want one more counter, but I wish I knew if this is gonna be the last one I was gonna see in the draft, right? I think I'm gonna take the Tarn here. The Utility Mystical. Just gonna take Raptor. Oh, Subtleties is sort of counter. Yeah, I think it's good here. Shieldbreaker and Talisman both make sense to me. We're not super rampy, but at least it like helps convert Mana Crypt and Soul Ring into colored mana. Eruption looks atrocious here. Daze my own spell to get a mana storm. I'll take Shieldbreaker. Ooh, that sounds delicious, 20 point. Some sweet potato tacos. Eating Pyrokinesis would have made the most sense with the Seedshark earlier. It might have, yeah. Might have been a mispick on my part. That was the Tarn pick, right? God damn, hard to pass Tarn. Hard to pass Tarn here. A little Skydive action. Skydiver makes me wish that I'd taken the other card of the Shieldbreaker, but that's alright. We'll just hit artifacts more consistently. Nice thing to do with Soul Ring or Mana Crypt mana too. I kind of got a deck. Do wish we'd gotten that Bone Crusher Giant. One more, like, actual burn spell would have been sweet. Oh, yeah, burn spell. Yeah, no Char, no Incinerate. So we don't have as many instant speed burn spells as we have had historically. Twin is not in the cube, no. Hell yeah, Major. Nothing beats a good burger, huh? Why didn't I pick the Seasoned Pyromancer? Because I didn't want it. That's very often the reason that I don't draft things. The Trinket Mage is almost interesting, huh? Even with only 2 things to grab. I kind of like it when Trinket Mage can grab gas, when it's not just grabbing mana. This is 10 blue sources to 8 red. Should we 9 and 9 it? Let's 9 and 9 it. We got these red 1-drops that we don't play on turn 1. Really glad I valued that fixing so highly. Because we ended up with like a very mana-hungry deck, right? And we still got Soul Ring and Mana Crypt in there. Yeah, Treasure Cruiser Dig would have been so good. Would have been really nice to pair with that Seedshark. On top of just being like a good refill card, right? What's been with my openers today? We've just like seen a lot of this stuff. Classic Counterburn start here. Welcome to Vintage Cube, am I right? Elizabeth winning my Mana Crypt flips. I was thinking Treachery this turn was sick, even if we're not stealing anything. Like, just throw it on my Seedshark and get a fucking 5/5. I think I'm supposed to pass and hold up 3 steps ahead, though. Am I winning? We've done some winning today. Had a trophy with Jeskai earlier. Had a couple of other decks that I thought had a really good chance of trophying. They got browned in the finals. So yeah, it's been a great day. I don't think that card really merits a counter, but I kind of want to counter it. I just want to counter something. I'm in the countering sort of mood. Hey, Naked Bancer, thanks for the 17. Sir Barrington is indeed looking dapper. This is like the most respect a Jace Reawakened has ever gotten. Ooh. Good, good. Oh shit, what up? Hey, I am Trombone, thanks for 63 months. Ooh, lost a flip. I'm losing my edge. Oh man, my burn can trigger the duelist. Yeah, it felt cute. Might counter and burn some stuff later. Oh yeah, like I wouldn't have put Relic. I wouldn't have put most 4-mana rocks in this deck, but because we're playing counters, because we're playing burn spells, because we were looking for ways to turn these colorless mana into like actual mana I could use, then the Relic of Sauron made a lot of sense here, right? This is only once per turn. Okay. Maybe I should have bolted them on their EOT then. So they block the 5/5 and take 5. Plenty. I agree though. Relic of Sauron has grown on me as well. Still prefer getting 3 mana over 2 in my mud decks. When the fixing matters, it's pretty sweet. That was a solid game 1, huh? Suppose. If you preordain turn 1, you're more likely to curve out, but you're also more likely to whiff, right? I'm gonna get the Surveil land, and hopefully that'll set me up. And if it doesn't, then I can still preordain on my next turn to hit my land drop, and I'll have seen a guard deeper, right? Perfect. Commandos. If the opponent board wipes, it will get rid of True-Name Nemesis. Yeah, like Wrath of God. Pyrokinesis does not kill True-Name, but Wrath of God does. I have been countered. What if I should have kept Ragavan there and just played it and go? Opponent also trying to do a little Drago action. Maybe better at it than me with their flash threats. Waiting for Jordan's Inferno. Well, Jordan's Inferno, what is your response to the truest named Nemesis? Oh, they're bouncing my falls. I see. They're deciding whether to draw a card or bounce my land. Rude. Might help me hit my 4th land sooner, though. Nope, it would not have. Opponent's down to 2 cards over there. Oh, that's helpful. And here I am without a Spell Pierce. Possible I'm supposed to hold a counter spell up the turn after they just drew a bunch of cards. Very possible indeed. This feels so good to resolve my shit, you know? Hey, Old Man Kinzer thinks the sod thinks of 59 months. Sure. And then we draw a land and get to Treachery. Got just some interesting options here, huh? Trina's like passing with the counter up. We're playing this dragon. Playing the dragon's mighty tempting. Mighty tempting indeed. Gives them a loot, though. Sword of the Meek. Okay. Let's have a Shieldbreaker if they get that combo going. Well, this was an actual counterspell or mana drain, huh? It'd be up right now. I guess they put in a removal spell at the Goldspan Dragon. We'd have a counter. Yeah, alright. Treachery is ridiculous. I think Fractured is more ridiculous. Certainly a great card, though. They're serving? Yeah, they gotta have a thing, Oh, but that doesn't do anything. Is this just like a put myself dead on board pass? Okay. Yeah, maybe they missed the pump or the trample. I think they missed something about this fucking dinosaur. That's what I think. It feels so comfy. Just have a counter in hand. The least suspicious Mana Crypt of all time here. I fucking guess. This might be dog shit. They just worked so hard for that treasure. How could I not? How could I let them keep it? Yeah, fair enough. Did not discard, rather paid the life. Boo doo 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 doo. No blocking this turn, me. An Indiana Jones crossover set just for the sweet, sweet clue tokens. That's kind of hot. Ba-doom. Have we countered anything yet? Oh yeah, we have. We've burned a lot of things. We countered Jace in the game 1 last match there. Deck seems sweet? Of course it does. Every deck seems sweet when you're winning. Every single deck. If you win the game, someone in chat's gonna be like, wow, this deck looks sweet. If you lose the game, someone in chat's gonna be like, wow, the opponent's deck looks sweet. Every deck looks good when it's doing its thing, right? When it's popping off. It's like the universal truth of Magic. Ooh. Of course, Tombstone, it won. I'm agreeing with you here. There has to be one deck that looks bad while popping off. Not at Vintage Cube. Mono sweet cards. One card left. 3 mana. Pacification, sure. Well, that makes the Ragavan look a little worse. I was hoping they were going to have to crack the onboard might. I don't think I'm activating Library next turn. I think I'm like either headlining or raptoring. I think I like raptoring better. I don't think they're leaving themselves open to a Ragavan connection. Real fucking glad they're not playing that one next turn. Jesus Christ. They did just let Ragavan connect. Interesting. Finals ho, let's go. True-Name was your favorite card for a long time? Oh yeah? Has this card been printed for a long time? How old is True-Name? It's like 7 years old, right? It's probably older than that. Probably like 12 years old or something now. 11? Goddamn. You remember when this card got printed and everyone was complaining about it ruining Legacy? There were people that unironically suggested that you should ban True-Name to fix Legacy. And then they printed like an Engineered Plague that was also a 2/2 and nobody cared anymore. You disagree? You think True-Name is boring? You disagree with somebody else's favorite card? I disagree. I don't think it was ever your favorite. Try again. Do better. Do better. Next time you're thinking of something that you like, think of something that I like instead. It's probably better. Upgrade yourself, you know. Ugh. I think I like the upkeep library activation next turn. Putting Jace into the hole? No, Jace! Not even a big hole, one of them portable ones. I think we need to remove this stop now. Hey, Triplin, thanks for the 91 months. Much love. Interesting, Lauren, Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Heencock, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 42 months. Hope I've been feeling fulfilled lately. Very fulfilled, Heencock. Absolutely. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, 5 more minutes. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 6 months there. Faerie Mastermind doesn't do anything because they're drawing on my turn. Hey, Epoxy 00, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 15 months. I guess now it does something. I'm not going to say no to another card. Well, we're going to have to discard some. That's kind of a bummer, huh? Like, why did I do all this trouble? Why did I go through all the trouble drawing all the cards? I'm just going to discard some. I guess I could bolt them. I shouldn't, though, right? That's, like, too aggressive. What am I bidding? This is Relic. That's probably fine to bin. Makes a nice shark token, but we'll survive. Really cool album art on this one. I like the color gradient going on there with the links and the Jupiter in the background. I almost said Alien Planet, but then I recognized the eye. You think I need more YouTube tabs? Sometimes I do have a lot more. The music fits the art. It does, yeah. Interesting. Not what I expected. Sure. Hey, fair enough. They must need the card for the mana leak. Well, it's not just that. It's that we're also adding a 3 to the board, and they're at 9, right? So they need the card, and they're also dying. Looks like I should have played some shit pre-combat, huh? I get into a habit of doing things second main phase, because sometimes your opponent taps mana, and that impacts your sequencing and decisions and stuff. But when you got some hasty beaters, might end things a turn sooner. Up a game in the finals? That feels good, huh? That feels good. Headliner Scarlett. It's a 4-mana 3/3. It's got some ability. I think it's haste. I think it's got haste. I think that's why it's in the cube. Haste is just good. The old EOT brainstorm, huh? That again, huh? That again? You could slam Seedshark here. I think I want Expressive. Set up some land drops and such. That's actually like a real hard question, whether to daze that or not. Pretty glad I didn't daze, I guess. I don't have my free counter over Seedshark anymore, though. Oh, man. My Sharkity Shark. If I'd known I was going to rip Relic, then I think I would have subtletyed the Oko. But no way to know, right? No way to know. Earlier, someone was saying that Oko is just like so hard to deal with. And it's like, yeah, if you're behind, it's impossible. And if you're ahead, it's just like trivial. Interesting little walker there. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Yuga Chaka, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 79 months. Sure. I think that was mostly going to be Loot Factory. I think I like holding up Hardcast Subtlety over the Lavamancer here. Sure. Song does indeed rip, yeah. Again. Hey. Starting to be that stage of the game where Lightning Bolt's interesting again. It's like really interesting early on, so you can kill like an early game creature efficiently. And then there's this middle area where you don't really want a random burn spell. And then in the late game, when they're getting low enough, you're like, a Lightning Bolt, you say? Yes. I could use one of those. I have a use. 6 mana. Upheaval, give me my Relic and Jace back. 4th for 4. I feel like that is not very good here. I think they are a smidge too far behind. Yeah, not even attacking. You burnt! You burnt! Nice little trophy. Second trophy of the day. Not bad, huh? Not bad. 2 finals losses, 2 finals wins. Even Stevens. Thanks again to the great Emptied Shions for the stip. I wasn't super confident. I was like, this is gonna be a hard one. Counterburn, you say? Well, since blue is so open in Vintage Cube, I'm sure this will work out. But it worked. It worked out pretty well. Forced that blue-red fixing early on. I am going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom because I need to do that. And I'll be back in a few minutes.